Okay, welcome. Let me know if this sounds all good to you. Sorry, I had to mute it for a bit. I can see Cheekster there. I can see Chiptude. I can see An in there. Thank you everybody for tuning in. If you're watching this live, let me know where you're watching from. That's always nice to see all the different parts of the world tuning into Tech Notice. I have something very interesting for you today. Obviously, Father's Day is this Sunday for most of the world. And apart from that, there's a lot of interesting tech deals that I have found. And some of the things are so cheap, or like cheapest I've ever seen them. And I thought, even if you're not looking for tech deals for Father's Day, I probably should tell you about these anyway. And it's just a nice way to have a quick live stream. This is not going to be very long. So if you've got any questions, I'm going to be looking at the chat as well. Hola! Welcome, everybody, from all over the world. So, let me just tap into this bit here. Okay, all that I'm talking about are linked in the description below if you want to check them out, or if you want to just get some ideas, if you want to check any of the deals out. The links are there. Feel free to check them out. Now, so firstly, we've got this little in-ear pods. They're actually quite cheap, 20% off if you want to check them out. There's a few headphones, but I thought this is probably quite a cheap-ish gift if you want to give this to someone, but still a little bit of tech. It's nice. Then these are something that, honestly, if you haven't heard about the KZ before, you are... wow, these are absolutely amazing. Now, there's a few of these available, but basically they're in-ear monitors. Now, you can use them on a normal phone, just listening to stuff, but they're really designed for musicians. Now, the first time I tested and tried one of the early versions, that was a couple of years ago now, of their KZ headphones, or in-ears, I could not believe the quality I got for them, especially at the price point. It's absolutely insane. Now, these look fantastic as well, whether you're a musician or you're just like perhaps editing or gaming. This will really like immerse you into something. If you just want to listen to very nice music, they're incredible. There's different designs available, and bear in mind there's different drivers and different versions available. So this is 7+1 driver, as you can see, or 16 unit hybrid, because, you know, 2 ears, but 8 per ear, which is quite insane for such a price point. And as you can see here, if you type in the KZ in-ear monitor or monitors, there's lots of different price points, different designs there. Bear in mind, you can see that when you have more drivers, obviously you're going to be paying for more, but it's absolutely insane. If you ever used Shure, what is it, SH215s, or what's the model name now? These are so much better at so much lower price point. It's insane. If you're a musician, have ever tried them, then please let me know, because I haven't heard anybody who has tested these yet and they're so bad. So if you're a musician watching this, or you've got any experience of these, I'd love to know what you think in the comment section below, or in the chat right now. Then we've got Amazon TVs. They're on a sale. Now, I know this is not particularly something amazing, but perhaps your parents or your dad or something is a little bit older. Replacing something like this is very, very affordable, or get a secondary one for your second living room or whatever. It's very, very affordable, and a very good price, limited time deal as well. Now, let's talk about smartphones for a second. I know I don't talk about smartphones on the channel a lot, because it's not necessarily what we do here, but there is Google Pixel Pro right now is on a sale and 25% off. This is the latest model, which is quite insane anyway. In fact, I have bought, sorry, in a moment you'll see which one I've bought. I can't remember which order this is. Google Pixel Buds as well on a sale, 20% off. Very good deal if you want to pick them up. Ah, man, the order's gone all over the place. Let's have a look. Monitors for creators. Yes, there is some coming. Stick around, or links in the description below. Some watches, some gift ideas. Even if you are perhaps not even getting some of these techs, I just want to give you some ideas what you can get, and some of the things that were on a deal I could find as well. Fossil watches, I'm really liking Fossil and their watches. They're kind of classic, elegant looking, and any dad would be honored to get a watch from you. It's a great gift, especially how much it's discounted, as you can see there. Then wallets, this is pretty cheap here as well, only $8. So some of the gifts don't have to be expensive, as you can see. Leather, RFID blocking as well, pretty cool. We've got Sony, the XM4s, 30% off. These are worth only buying like during the deal season, and this is one of the deal seasons where you can pick one of these up for quite a good price. There's different colors, a bit blue and a bit white as well, if you want to check them out. One of the best noise cancelling apparently is on these headphones. Amazon devices all on sale. Echo Dot, a good idea as well to pick up if you want. And as you can see, all of the Amazon devices, everything's red in there, and you can get lots of things off if you want to pick any of them up. So they're linked all in the description below if you want to check them out. And some of the gifts don't have to be expensive, like the Tommy Hilfiger cap here, only $13, but you know, quite a good, nice brand thing to give to your dad, because when you get something like that, you don't know how expensive this is, but everyone knows the brand, so this is a cool thing. Kitchen knives as well. Another idea. I know this is a bit of a tech channel, but you know, just to skim past, it would be really cool to receive one of these. This one has a sharpener in as well, and it's not a bad price. Shoes, these ones look pretty cool, so I picked them up, but just an idea for you. Another Fossil watch. This is even cheaper. Looks very nice. Leather strap, black, massive dial there. I'm enjoying that one. Now, here's the bit where things get a little bit spicy. Hi, Tony from USA, by the way. Amazon has deals on Apple laptops that I have never seen before, or them being that cheap ever before. And Apple sells them still a lot more expensive, but there's quite insane deals there. Let me have a look. Let me show you. Sorry. Okay. So the 2022 MacBook Air, this very similar to the one that I have here. This is the M2 chip, 13-inch, 8GB, 256 of storage. This is from $1,000. It is $170 off, which is quite an insane deal. If we go for the 512 model, it's again $170 off, so the same dollar amount, but because it's more expensive, the percentage of the deal is not as good. But pretty much every single Apple MacBook or laptop is on a deal right now. So this is the MacBook Air 15-inch M3 chip. So this is what I have in here, but mine is the what's it called, starlight color, so like a bit of a golden finish there. But this has been my daily driver right now for the past couple of months, and I'm doing everything with this one. But the deal is on that it is again $170 off. You'll never see that deal. I've sometimes seen 100 or 150, so this is a little bit more, 170, which is, if you've been looking for this, I think it's a great option to go and buy one of these. Without Apple Care, obviously you've got different colors in there. This Starlight one is one of the nicest ones, I think. Just a bit different color, because Space Gray is what everyone goes for, and the silver is something that's, you know, always there as well. And you've got the Midnight, which is a bit darker. It's a little bit different, but I wanted the kind of a sandy golden look over there. Bugatti is saying, hi Tech Notice, how's it going? It's going great. How are you doing? Arman is saying, please make a video on all AMD CPUs, explains the same as you made for Intel. Yes, we should do that as well. I'm glad you like that. Anyone else wanting to see that? I'm glad you're doing good as well, Bugatti 7510. Now, then there is MacBook Air 13-inch M3 model. Now, if you remember, the M2 model was $829, so $70 extra, and you get the M3 chip. I think this is a better deal. Just the new version of the chip, you pay extra $70. I think it's worth doing that just because of the performance and all that jazz. So look at that, for $900, it's insane. I know the Apple, you know, RAM and all that. If you want to go with the higher RAM and higher one of these, it's still $100 and $70 off, so we still get the discount, seems like, on every single model. So that's pretty insane. That's what I want to show you. Even the MacBook Pros, now they are discounted even more. I can see $300 off on the MacBook Pros, which is insane. The best kind of deal what I can see is the Apple M3 Pro for the 14-inch MacBook Pro chip. 512 gigs of memory, sorry, SSD, and 18 gigs of RAM, I believe. Yes, 18 gigs there, unified memory. Now, it's very hard for a creator laptops or creator to find something for $1,700 that's that good of a price. Now, I paid for this MacBook Air, I think $16.99 or something like that. So it's very similar to this one, but this one has more RAM and a lot more powerful, and has active cooling and so on. So it's insane. If you ever wanted to pick up Apple MacBooks, this is the time. Remember, links in the description below. Del Rose is saying, looks like I'll be using Father's Day deals to get laptops for my kids to use at their new school. Well, that's what I'm talking about. You want to get some tech for yourself. It doesn't have to be Father's Day. I was looking at the MacBooks and I was like, wait a second, I'm going to tell this, because it kind of makes me feel bad, because I could have waited for a little longer for my MacBook and then I would have got it a lot cheaper. So just so you know, check them out. Actually, do you know what? I want to check out if the Mac Studio is on a price as well. No, Mac Studio, I can't find it. But Mac Mini seems to be... Well, let's go to Apple's page in store and see if they have anything on... Oh, sorry guys. There we go. Mac laptops, Mac desktops, all models. Nope, they don't have any studios. Mac Studios are only available on Mac, but Mac Minis seem to be on a deal as well. As you can see, this one, so this is the most powerful Mac Mini right now, is... How much is this one? Only $100 off. Oh, actually $150 because there's a coupon as well. So that's nice to know. Do you know what? I'm gonna add that to our list of deals. If you want to check them out, I'll add the link in the description below. So it's under the laptops, but it is Mac Mini. Oops, there's, delete that one. Up. Delete that, and now the description should be updated. So let's keep going. MacBook Pro, so this is the M3 Max chip, and I had that one in the studio as well. It's an incredible laptop, the most powerful, the best video editing laptop on the go that you can get, undoubtedly. And it is, again, $300 off. So all of the Pro models are $300 off, and all of the MacBook Air seem to be $170 off, which is the biggest deals I've ever seen on Apple. Now, Google Pixel 8, again, this is discounted a little bit, limited deal, so this is not the Pro version. Google Pixel's worth picking up. But I think the biggest deal here is the Google Pixel 7 Pro. Now, believe it or not, I literally bought that one yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. It literally just arrived like 5 minutes ago, and I heard shouting from downstairs. It's on the stairs. I'm going to make a video about it and why we went with this one. We needed a little bit of an upgrade on the smartphone for our studio, for our business. And then I was looking around and I was thinking Google Pixel 8, but actually the 7 Pro is so much better deal, because it is so much cheaper. And what we found, like here, and I think here the deal, what I'm showing you here, is actually even bigger. But we got it 150 pounds, which is roughly about $175 cheaper than the 8 Pro, and double the storage compared to the 8 Pro. So honestly, the 8 Pro is not worth getting for the price point. For this $458, this is an insane, like, high-end smartphone to get. Pixel 7 Pro is the best bang for buck. Absolutely. See, Arman is agreeing. It's definitely best bang for buck. I agree. Mac for 4K video editing, color grading, and DaVinci Resolve. Are you saying which Mac, PD, PC, or are you saying is it good? Let me know what you think. But this is one of the best deals. There's black and the gold one as well. We went with the hazel one, but you'll see the video in a little bit soon. But there's a little bit more to it. Oh, okay, there it is. So this is the renewed version. Bear in mind, this is only the 128 gigs. But look at the price point, 366. I know this is renewed, so Amazon's kind of refreshed or whatever. But because of Amazon's like returns policy and all of that, what I'd recommend to do is like just get this one and have a look at the condition. If it's rubbish, if it doesn't look good, if it's got scratches all over, just send it back. You get your money back, no problem. But you might get an insane deal. Have a look at the video what I did on my channel about the Amazon renewed Macs that I got. I'm not sure if you've seen that video yet, but actually I was super happy. I kept them. Where is it? Where's the Mac Mini? It's somewhere up there. I got the Mac Mini. I got an extra $200 upgrade kind of for free. I don't know if they made an accident. I was like, well, thanks very much. But this is the video I'm talking about. Highly worth checking out the Amazon renewed or refurbished, whatever you want to call it, that section, because I really think I got a really good deal. So if you want to do that, you know, go find it on the channel, la-di-da, you know how it goes. Now, there is SD cards, just an idea here as well. Little memory cards, if anyone's into like shooting some video or whatever, often like memory cards and storage isn't a good deal, so worth checking out. But there are some CPUs as well, because we are a PC building channel, you know, we do PCs for creators and so on. There are some CPUs on a deal as well, so scroll down to the description on the CPU section and you can see all sorts of things in there. But here you can see the 7800X 3D. I know this is for gamers, but if you're a gamer watching this, perhaps you want to check that one out. That's on a deal, probably the lowest I've ever seen this. I don't know if you've seen this lower. Let me know what you think. Then the 4900K, again, the cheapest I've ever seen this. I think this was always like $600 or something like that. But this is pretty good deal. The 14700K is probably a little bit better bang for buck in terms of performance. If you're an editor, you still get a lot of cores and 8P cores, so the clock speed is slightly slower. But if you go with a gigabyte motherboard, you're still going to get 6 gigahertz if you want to go for that one. Very good deal in there, the 14700K. But the 13700K is not far below the 14700K and might be even more of a bang for buck. So, you know, just bear that in mind. 12600K, one of my favorite actual CPUs, because it uses such little energy, so little power, and it's an absolute killer of a CPU. Like, this one is easily so much better than the 11900K that pulls like almost double the power and was absolutely insane. But this is a great CPU to get started for whatever you're doing. It's very good, worth checking that one out. And the 13600K, this has always been about $300. I've never seen this $260, I don't think. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's that. Hello from Sarnia, Canada. Nice to see you there. Hello from Brazil. Nice to see you there as well. Some more Canada people there. Yeah. Hello. Hi James Cuff, are these deals only US Amazon? I can't seem to find any deals for us Brits. Sorry if you mentioned earlier, just joined the stream. Hello James, nice to see you. Great to have you on board. I believe there should be some deals for Brits as well. I don't think it should be like, I don't think everything is there, but some of them should be. So you go find them out. I don't know. But if you click on the links, they're smart links. They should link to your local Amazon, wherever you're watching this from. It should lead you there. 13900K, again, remember 14900K was 550 or something like that. 13900K, that's the CPU we're running. It's literally like less than 5% slower, but it's quite a bit cheaper than the 14900K. So if you're looking for a solid high-end CPU, that's the one. That's what it's insane price actually. Because the CPUs, the 13th gen was actually quite high pricing for quite a while until the 14th gen was launched as well, and 13th gen was still like a bit of a kind of don't get the 13th gen just because 14th gen is a little bit better, but the pricing was very, very similar. So I always recommended go with 14th gen. But now the 13th gen is actually dropped in price. So now I'm saying, look, go with the 13th gen because it's actually kind of similar in performance, but the price point is quite a bit lower. So if you want to get the best bang for buck, hey, you know what to do, 13th gen. Let's talk about storage. Samsung 990 EVO, one of my favorite SSDs that I've tested on the channel, performed extremely well. Is kind of a hybrid between Gen 4, Gen 5, is $84 for 1 terabyte, and the 2 terabyte is, come on, $139 as well. Not bad pricing, but really, really fast, especially if you want a good OS drive or something like that. So, Wirehead just said he purchased a pair of 14700K CPUs. Well, there we go. The 13900K is a good investment indeed. So BDPC saying MacBook Air M3 15-inch for 4K video editing, DaVinci Resolve. Probably struggling a little bit. The M3 15-inch, it's kind of a slight video editing. If you want to just cut and splice, it's okay. If you start to do heavy things on DaVinci Resolve, have a look at my test on the live. We did a live stream of this where we tested all the codecs live. You can see that it wasn't particularly good in there. I'll probably go with a Pro, MacBook Pro, so M3 Pro, M3 Max. That will be a better one if you want that. Bear in mind, right now the MacBook Pro, if you look at the links in the description below, was around $1,700 for the M3 Pro chip, which is a really, really good deal. Oh, so here's Samsung 990 Pro. So this is a Gen 4 drive and one of the best Gen 4 drives that you can get. I know this is a little bit more expensive, but it is like the best out there. Have a look at any of my SSD reviews. You can see that 990 Pro is just hanging on top of the chart on pretty much any of the benchmarks. There's only one SSD that performs a little bit better sometimes, which is the Solidigm P44 Pro. Let's see if that is on a deal. Very expensive right now. As you can see, Samsung is a little bit cheaper. It's gone a little bit more expensive. I wouldn't recommend it at that price point. It's a little expensive for that. 1 terabyte for Gen 4 NVMe should be less than $100, but that's a bit too expensive. I'd probably go with the 990 Pro Samsung one. So this is SK Hynix Platinum P41, which is literally the same kind of SSD as the P44 from Solidigm, because the Solidigm is like a daughter company from SK Hynix and Intel, but SK Hynix still somehow does their own thing as well with the P41, and as you can see, 35% off. You get the 2 terabyte version for around $140, which is pretty insane deal again for a very, very insane SSD. This is one of the best Gen 4 you can get. Is the 13600K a good CPU for a new build? Vince Nurse is saying absolutely. It's insane CPU. It's a very, very good. Someone's asking if you're building a dual CPU rig. I think he probably gets 2 systems out of that. But for a little bit of gamers type of here, I don't think for creators this is particularly good. But I'm hoping to get this one in actually very, very soon. I'm finally finalizing this to get a sample of this one in. I'm really curious to test it out myself, how it lines up with all the CPUs and so on. But the 7950X 3D is on a deal. Micron versus SK Hynix, which is good. They're both very good. Boom. Let's talk about GPUs, because, oh, wait a second, there's some really good bang for bucks coming up as well. So 4080 Super, I've never really seen under $1,000. This is the first 4080 Super that I've seen under $1,000, which is a really good price. Let's have a look actually if there's anything else there under $1,000, but this is linked in the description below. Insane CPU, obviously. As you can see, that's the one over there, and seems like, okay, technically this Gigabyte one is under $1,000, but it is $1 cheaper than $1,000, but looks like not. That one was the only one. Then the ProArt 4080 Super is a little bit over $1,000, but if you take out the Creative Cloud membership, then it takes you under $1,000 and is very good as well, but only worth it for creators who pay for Creative Cloud, if that makes sense. Let's have a look at TUF Gaming. A little bit cheaper, but actually, well, the TUF, you get only 1 month Creative Cloud for free, I believe. And how much is the Noctua 4080 Super? Yikes. Well, there goes that. Alrighty, so we have the Acer Predator Arc A770. Now, talking about best bang for buck, this is the best bang for buck GPU that you can get as a creator. Under $300. Now, it's often over $300, but whenever I've checked the pricing, it's like $319, something like that. Under $300, you're not going to get a better CPU, especially in Adobe Premiere Pro. It's absolutely crazy how good this GPU is. Very, very good option. Now, there's a different models available. As you can see, Sparkle Arc A770. So this is a bit of a black version, so you don't have RGB, and maybe a little bit smaller if you want to put it in there. Kind of an interesting one with a blue PCB, but under $300 as well. So if you see the Arc A770 under $300, it's worth getting. There's a white version of this as well. I've never seen this model before. I've checked the Arcs, but this must be a new thing. Obviously, when you want it white, you have to pay extra $20, which can be a little bit more expensive, but hey. Hi from Mississippi, the ordinary dude. Welcome to the live stream. Looking forward to seeing the performance of the AMD 9000 series on new chipset. I go a long time between full builds, so it's time. Okay, what you're running right now, Del Rose? I would love to know what would be the upgrade kind of jump that you're going for. So, motherboards, Gigabyte B650 Aorus Elite. Hey, you haven't seen the build actually yet. Oh, it's not yet out. I've got actually a build with that same motherboard inside there. By the way, Red Bull, this is my 3rd video promoting Red Bull, hoping for a sponsorship to Max and Paris. Oh, it's empty. Delicious. Obviously, don't overdo it. Bear in mind, you know, don't always drink it, but it is very, very nice. The motherboard in there, it's fantastic silver motherboard. Quite unique there, actually. So, and $200. When I was checking this and making a video about this, when we filmed this, this was over $200, like $220, $230. Now, the cheapest I've seen this. Del Rose is saying Ryzen 7 2700. Very interesting. So you're going to have an insane jump actually then in performance. Kenneth Griffith is saying good morning. Always good videos. Well, welcome. Wire Hat gives us $5 super chat. Okay, we're going to take time for this one now. Opinion on updating studio PCs. Waiting for a pair of ProArt 4070 Ti Supers, storage to the crucial T500s, MSI Z790 Pro motherboards with 64GB DDR5, updating studio PCs. So you're going with 2 GPUs on that same one. Just ask me another question, like what is the opinion on there? Well, the 4070 Ti Super is basically a 4080, so you've done well in there. I think that's got 16GB of VRAM. Yes. So it's a good option there. And all systems are 4080s with 8th gen Intel. Ooh. Actually, which CPU are you going to go for? Wirehead. You're not exactly... Oh, no. Actually, what? Was it 14700K? Have you gone for the 14700K? I'd love to check out what, you know, 14700Ks, 2 of them. Oh, so you're having 2 PCs actually, not like you're not putting 2 ProArts into one system. Now, one thing I would say is try a Gigabyte board, the Z790, whichever one. because if you go with the Gigabyte BIOS, Gigabyte allows you to run 6 gigahertz on just one click on BIOS, which for your editing would actually give you extra 5, 7 something percent performance of your 14700K. So basically a 14700K is going to be close to 14900K with exactly the same thing. So just like another thought, 64 gigs of DDR5. Tried Aorus but had issues. Try the Aero motherboards, the Aero G, Z790 Aero G. I think there is DDR5 versions available as well. That's good. The Crucial T500S for storage, they're solid. Whichever one. I haven't tested the T500. I've tested again storage. What I would say is go with Solidigm or Samsung 990 for your operating drive, and for project drive, have a look at my latest SSD review, and then there you see the most benchmarks of all the SSDs, and then choose one from there, and then pick up the pricing if that makes sense. T500 is a really good drive. I've tested the T705. What's it called again? The white one. Anyone remember that one? Oh, it's the 705. T705. That was insane. That's like the most ultimate insane SSD I've ever tried on the channel before. But yeah, stick with Gen 4 drives. Absolutely, the best bang for buck is Gen 4s right now. The Solidigm P40 Pro, I've always said, and the Samsung 990 Pro are very good on the top there. By the way, I finally got the Western Digital SN850X review coming out, because I finally pulled them out from my personal system, because we rebuilt it and put something else on. So I thought I'm going to use different SSDs, because then I can actually test them and do them. So I'm not hating on WD. They're coming out very, very soon. The 1 and 4 terabyte versions we've tested, so the review is going out soon. Now, let me go back to this one here. But Wirehead, if you have any other questions, please let me know. I appreciate your super chat. I can love hearted, yes, and I can put very good. The Ordinary Dude is saying, love my Aero board. Which one do you have? The Intel or AMD one? Which one? Now, okay, there we go. Gigabyte Z790 Aorus Pro X. There we go. Oh, I'll show you the Gigabyte one. Z790 Aero G. So which one do you have? You had the MSI Z790 Pro. Let me have a look at the price point for that one. Yeah. So this one is this DDR4? The DDR5. This is DDR5. Okay, this is renewed, so probably don't go for that one. You'll never know what dodgy board you're gonna get, unless you might. Actually, you'll never know. You might get this one and someone just literally sent it back. I don't know, but $250, and you had the MSI Pro Z790. Is it this one, Pro P? I don't know which ones you're going to go for, because this one doesn't have any heat sinks, so it's quite bare bones. Is it Pro P you're going for? Or the Pro Z790A? The Tomahawk one. Which MSI one did you go for? This one here has 1, 2, 3 M.2, and the one here doesn't have any heat sinks. The Aero D has all of them. Z790P. Okay, so this one here for $200. Well, yeah, it is $50 cheaper, the one you went for. No heat sinks on there. I guess you're not bothered if you go only for one and use. I don't think you'd use a NAS for this one, because this is only 2.5 gig, but everything else is there. It's pretty okay board. I think the Gigabyte board is kind of a good one. I have the Aero D, happy with it too. There weren't many Thunderbolt options available at the time of buying this price range. Well, the Z690 Aero D has kind of like a fake Thunderbolt. It's not exactly Thunderbolt, but it is a video output over USB-C, so that's that. Asset drives. Yeah, asset drives go in there. okay, which ones do you have? Which drives are you running? Wire head? And you're probably going to have to run some heatsinks. Definitely run some heatsinks. If your motherboard doesn't have one, you got to get some heatsinks for your M.2s. Now, some other interesting ideas actually. This is a very interesting pen. This is the Novium Hover Pen 2.0. I'm not sure if you actually saw this on one of my videos. If anyone recognizes which video this was in, I'd love to know if you actually noticed it, if you can pick this one up, if you have it. But here it is. I'll show you live how this works. This is a very, very interesting thing. So basically, as you can see, you've got this pen hovering and there, okay? So you put it there. I'll turn it on the side so you can actually see. You can see. It's a really, really cool hover pen if you want like a good idea. I know it's very expensive. Inception vid, wirehead. There we go. 5 points. Can someone like his comment? Give him a shout out. Wirehead is a true subscriber. Look at that one. How cool is that? You've got a little head pen. If you're looking for a good gift idea, this is really, really cool. Now, I know this is a little expensive here, but there is a fake one I found. Magnetic levitating ballpoint pen, futuristic luxury floating pen. So I don't know what this is going, but probably a little bit of a cheaper option. But if you want a good, interesting idea, there we go. I just don't really need the expense utility. Honestly, don't get it. I'm just trying to give you some ideas. You know, it's very interesting. Now, this is something I've also been using recently, and I thought I've got to show you this because this is one of the best things I have had. I enjoyed this so much. Now, I'm making quite a lot of notes on paper of lots of different things, and this is a pen that my good friend Benji Kaiser, you might have heard his channel, actually he ordered this to my place, and I got this first and I was like, yeah, it's a cool pen, you know, thanks very much. Now, this is the best, my favorite pen I have ever tested on the channel. Now, when you put the back lid on, the balance of this is absolutely insane. It's so comfortable to use. The way that the ink comes out of it, it feels like the best premium pen you've ever tried this before. Now, this is 0.7 millimeters ballpoint. If you're not comfortable with that, it might be a little bit thick for some people. 0.5. I don't know if they do 0.5 versions as well, but there's different colors available, and the inks inside are refillable. And Ben has used the same pen for like, I don't know, 10 years. Don't quote me on that. You go to Ben's channel, you probably see one of these there as well. Really cool. And it's like when you put it in a pocket or put the lid on, it's actually very, very compact size. I am liking this a lot. I don't know if anyone is using a Kaweco pen. I just need respect. Chris is saying, it's funny that you're doing this after having a discussion with my wife about how I don't need material things for Father's Day. I just need respect. Yes, give me respect and I'm happy. I agree. A solid pen is a very good asset. I agree. But this Kaweco pen is a really nice option as well. So you can go with the fountain pen ones as well. It's a little bit fancy. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know what this is. The silver, stonewashed blue, rose gold. I have the raw grey one. I don't know which one. Probably this one, I'm guessing. I guess that's what I have. I'm not sure. But it's a really good option. Anyway, just an idea. So that's always like a bit of tools. Arman is giving respect. Plus. Thanks very much. The parents gave me a Waterford when I got my degree in '94 and I still use it. Well, wow. Look at that. Well done. See, a good pen goes a long way. iFixit. Now, I've got one in here. Uh-oh. And there's a fake iFixit. Even more stuff that you can get with it. Look at that. You get everything you might ever need. It's even cheaper. I'll show you in a minute. This is a great deal for somebody if you're into tech and stuff. Check it out. Then this Fantic E1. Look at that. Some a kind of a interesting one, a bit more fancy. See? Just an idea as well. A bit more expensive, but those, you know, who have a little bit more cash. As you can see, iFixit macro driver kit. That's the one I have here. I didn't pay 30 quid for this one. This was like, when I bought it, I'm sure it was like 20 something. But there we go. It's a little bit more expensive. Now, a few more things. Logitech MX keys. If you haven't used them before, I'm using these like, I've got them for everybody. I bought this present for Ben actually. So Ben got me a pen. I got him this. This is my favorite keyboard. Very solid. The mini right now is on a deal here. $79 if you want to check them out. The long version, I prefer the long version because I'm using the numpad a lot. If you're doing any numbers or typing in, get used to using a numpad. You're going to be so much faster. You're going to save hours and hours when using a numpad. There, that's the one. Oh, well, there we go. The keys S. I have the keys. I don't know what the S one is. I'd like to try that one out because it's silent. S usually means silent, so I'd love to. I've got to get this one because actually our editor's one is the craft one. Do you remember they used to do craft as well? I think they've cancelled this one now, but there we go. I love the Logitech Mac keyboards. Yes, there we go. Quality, non-imitation tools get a guy right in the feels, you know? Funny guys. iFixit kits are actually a great Father's Day gift. Chris, I agree. There we go. Now, MX Master 3S. There's a little bit off there as well, 15% off. Actually, it's slightly less than 15 in theory, but it is it's awesome. And 1 month Creative Cloud membership on us. Hey, if you're using Adobe Creative Cloud, this is literally going to cost you like $20 or something like that, because I think this is worth like 60 something dollars, the subscription. This is great. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, something interesting as well. This Noctua fan, I know this is not available, but I'm hoping that other manufacturers are going to do this because this is pretty cool. I don't know if you've heard about this before. This is actually going to probably be launched at $100, so it's going to be very expensive. And it's basically a desk fan, mount just like that, or wherever you want to put it. As you can see, you can apparently put it in there. The wire's going nowhere here. Noctua lying, it goes just behind that little coffee machine or sand dial. It's very interesting thing here. As you can see, I've got it right over here. We did a build with Noctua Cooler, which is this one over here. That's coming out on the channel very, very soon again. This PC build is coming out. I'm super excited about this one. A few things still working on that one. But this fan, I'll go in depth about that, but it's actually working. Well, you can't see. Can you? Can you see? It's blowing the paper. And it's a great desk fan actually. It's really, really quiet, and it's a great way to repurpose your other PC fans, because if you build lots of PCs, you actually have lots of fans often left over. So I like that. I think Arctic should do that as well. Now, go for Arctic fans. Yeah. That mouse plus a ProArt motherboard equals 6 months free Adobe Creative Cloud. I think the motherboard would be 3, and then that one would be 1, so that's 4 altogether, not 6. If you went with a ProArt motherboard and let's say a GPU or a case or something like that, then you get 3 for each. But okay, last one thing is ProArt display. Now, this is, again, if you want to get started, a 24-inch, a really good color accuracy, USB-C as well if you want to get a Mac or something like that. It's very hard to, compete with this one. The next one I'd probably get is the 27-inch 4K display. It's a little bit more expensive, but still, the ProArt displays are the best bang for buck, and you get 3 months. I mean, that's the thing. If you get this one, this monitor here for $120, the 3 months Adobe Creative Cloud membership is going to cost you $60 per month. This monitor you get actually, ProArt is paying you about $40 to just have that monitor. So you basically get it for free. I mean, do you know what? That's a little bit of a cheat code here, I just realized. If you're using Adobe Creative Cloud, just buy this monitor, get the free Adobe Creative Cloud, and then just sell the monitor or just give it to somebody, and you're making money. Because look at this. Let's have a look. Okay, so this is the UK one. No, thank you. Can I not log in, please? Compare plans. Look at that. All apps, it's $90. Oh my word. For Teams, Adobe Creative Cloud. So you're literally making money. This is, oh my word, we just found a money glitch. Wait a second. Compare plans. Oh my word, we're literally making money. Okay, everybody, just stop for a minute, whatever you're doing. Adobe Creative Cloud costs $60 per month. And if you buy this monitor for $120, you get $3 for free. 3 months for free. Which means you're literally making money. It's ridiculous. It's just, oh my word. So why don't you just buy 4 of these, and then you get a full year for free, and then just sell these, and then you just make a couple $100, and that's Adobe Creative Cloud flip. I've got a anyway. I'm just gonna put this in the front of the description because, oh my word, this was an incredible find right now. Money glitch. I'll put this right on top of the description now so you could find it there. But this is pretty insane. Now, this, I don't want to go any further with this one. I just want to let you know, I appreciate you. Hope you had fun watching this one. But if you have any ideas, check the links out in the description below for different things. The Apple and the CPU deals are probably the best ones. If you scroll further down to find the other deals, there's different ideas that you want to get as well for, you know, your dads in here. And thanks guys for watching. I'll see you very, very soon. And yeah, happy Father's Day to all the fathers in there. And happy weekend now. Thank you guys. Yeah, exactly. Del Rose is saying, and since it's on sale, wait to sell when Amazon goes back to regular price. A bump yours up half the way. We resell on eBay. Well, there we go. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, Benji Kaiser. There we go, Ben. A shout out for you. Look at that Ben. That pen, Ben. Look at that pen, Ben. This is what Ben got me, and this is a great gift for you to have. Okay, thanks guys for watching, and adios.